Yeah, still there.
He RPG'd me! I dinged him! I should just res you first. Oh, now I'm getting pushed by the tank.
Okay, yeah, that's fun.
Yep.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor and welcome to the new improved Rush for Siege of Shanghai, playing with Jackfrags on the CTE servers. They've done everything from changing the out of bounds of this area and others to moving the MCOMs, providing more cover, and definitely changing the mix-up of vehicles. Siege of Shanghai plays completely different. This used to be out of bounds. You used to parachute down, break the glass, get in before you were killed by that out of bounds timer, but now it's all in play. The first major change besides that is the MCOM placement. Now there's one in this room. There used to be one in the mirror of this room on the other side of the parking garage, and then one on top of the parking garage. Now it's this room and underneath the parking garage. A lot more cover. A lot less angles that you have to worry about. They also changed the vehicle composition. Attackers now get one tank, one LAV, two ATVs. Gone are both amraps and the transport chopper. They've also disabled all the elevators available in Siege of Shanghai, which really made this a rooftop-centric map, and a lot of times the gameplay stalled out. Defenders would win, if not off the first set of MCOMs, most definitely the second set of MCOMs, because people would just sit up at the rooftops and really do nothing. Now all this fighting is on the ground, and it is hot and heavy, and it can be tough for the defenders, because at any point in time, the LAV and tank can roll train and just completely take out the tank. So it's very important to have good infantry support if you're defending with your tank. Hopefully you bait their tank into some rockets, RPGs, smalls, SRAWs. Onto the second set of MCOMs, and again the defenders only get one piece of armor throughout all of this, a single tank. And as the attackers, you maintain your tank LAV combo at any point in time, but you gotta be careful. They can steal it. So there's some pretty drastic changes on the second set of MCOMs. Obviously, these buildings can be a big part of the playstyle. Not anymore. Elevator is gone, and now they've moved both of these MCOMs. There used to be both MCOMs downstairs. One in this room that I'm looking at to my right, and the AMCOM used to be all the way into that kiosk, kind of to my right. Now it's out in the open. So where did the B MCOM go? It's actually in the mall, and it has cover. So think about that little area you used to run to get to the elevator. Well, it's right smack dab in the middle over my right shoulder, and there's a ton of cover. They introduced a bunch of containers and tins in which you can't shoot through, and one of them is kind of a nasty head glitch, if I remember correctly. I got the pleasure to play this a couple times with Jackfrags, but this used to be a nightmare. Enemy team used to be able to stick their tank down here, and that was it. You'd have 5, 10, 15 guys down here with the tank. It was GG. It was very hard pressed to get past this set of MCOMs, but again, your team has an LAV and a tank, which their entire job is not steamroll infantry, just keep that single piece of armor at bay. And again, the developers aren't done tweaking this. This is their first set. They're asking for drastic feedback and a lot of feedback over on the forums, because it might not be just quite the infantry balance they're looking for versus vehicles. It might be a little bit too much for the attacking side. On to the third set of MCOMs, and obviously there's the tank. There's kind of the new suppression going on with the black screen around me, and these MCOMs have changed as well. They've moved one more out in the open, and there used to be one squeezed underneath here, kind of like the area that I'm looking at, but that's also more into the open as well. And it seemed pretty easy to get this island, real easy to get this island, and once you get your friendlies back here, they're simply not getting it back. You have one LAV, one tank, they've got one tank, and there's no way that's enough to push big-time infantry. It seems like the attackers have too much of an advantage on this specific setup. They can get places quickly, and the defenders really can't do a lot about it, especially on the last set of MCOMs, because now you get a pair of jet skis. So just like that, we clear off both those MCOMs, and they tweak both locations, still in the rubble, but the one isn't underneath the rubble, which could be a real pain in the ass, because it would catch LVGs and a bunch of the spammable stuff, and that guy's not getting revived because his head's about 6 inches into the concrete. So we're looking at the next set of MCOMs, which of course is this little complex building, and they've tweak some stuff over there. Without that elevator being in service, it really changes up the gameplay. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the building, the Levolution happens much earlier now in this map, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I think it comes down sooner, so it just kind of changes that dynamic just a little bit. And I'm sitting in the vehicle with team player, another Wookiee, just simply to get to A and to B. So you don't have to worry about the rooftop. You don't have to worry about people shooting you through the glass on the rooftop. Those are things you had to worry about now. The verticality of this map has completely been taken out. Can you still spawn beacon in? I'm not certain of it. It's something you might want to try. Is it a valid tactic? Maybe. But I'll tell you this. Not having half your team on the roof is a big help, especially as the assaulting team, because a lot of people would stay back and they try to snipe across the map, and it just simply wasn't helpful. So I'm going to try to bail out here. And you're going to see that the AMCOM, I believe, has been tweaked just a little bit, and the BMCOM seems to be in basically the same spot. The AMCOM used to be behind the store wall. Now it's more out in the open of that showroom down there, and I believe the BMCOM is basically in the same spot. So it's nice because they have those automatic doors to protect you, but they can only eat one tank shell, any type of tank shell, an RPG, a SRAW, or a small, and that pops that little section over. So Jack and I are kind of working together in comms here, if you haven't already heard, and you know he's moving down, so I'm going to watch the high side, and I just got shot in the back. I actually really let him down right there. So this seems to be pretty defendable because there isn't all these crazy different angles. They did change the out of bounds a little bit in this area, it looks like, but it's not crazy angles like the rubble one and the last set of MCOMs that you guys are about to see. A pretty epic Deagle, Juan Deagle back rage going on, and I'm asking team player, hey man, move up the tank, we gotta get closer, we need to spawn. And I'm just saying, hey, can you pop out so we can spawn? And he was too fast, just like that, back out, back in. So we were trying to get a mobile spawn point, and we noticed one of our teammates is just plowing ahead in the LAV. And this is what I'm talking about. You can literally gangbang their piece of armor. You don't have to really worry about tactics. As long as the infantry's at bay, you don't have to worry about guys hiding up on top of the roof with RPGs, small SRAWs, laws. You just go gangbang their single tank, and then you more than likely have at least one piece of armor up again. So to kind of control the infantry. The one thing I noticed is it seems like there's instant vehicle spawn, which is a really, really bad idea. Remember, this is CTE, so it's a little bit different than hopefully what's going live. And we finally get A and B set, and just defending that. We've got plenty of infantry penetration, so that's pretty much a done deal. And you can move up quite a bit towards this statue area, and I'm trying to kind of knock head glitchers off without much success. Something else they've changed in CTE is suppression, and they're going to continue to change suppression a lot. It's going to be drastically changed here very shortly, which I'll cover. And this is a nice area to play. If you get pushed up this far, whether you have the MCOM set or not, you're really going to interrupt their flow. You might be able to get some quick picks like this, or shoot people in the back, and we clear that out. Now look at this. Now you get a set of jet skis. It just flicked over, and look at this. Within a handful of seconds, you're on the BMCOM or the AMCOM, and they changed the location of the AMCOM. It used to be to the left, right where I'm looking. Now it's completely to the right, and I'm trying to cause this thing to fall down with a couple nades, and I simply fail miserably. Levolution, fail. Like, all right, 2's not enough. Well, probably 3 won't work, and I realize what kind of positioning I have. I probably should have been an engineer and gone after that ass. But look where the AMCOM is. Right here. Amazing. Easily get to it. So as defenders, you have to worry about the jet ski. It is an absolute legit approach. So what do you guys think of the new Siege of Shanghai? It's available on CTE. They're making tweaks to all the rush maps. They've started with this one, and then of course Zavad as well. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and enjoy this little last live snippet of some Juan Deagle action. We'll see you soon, guys. Love your name. Oh, we're getting some Juan. Oh, we are. The Juan is real. The Juan. Oh my God.
Juan. That's quite a successful round there.
Yeah.
GG.